everyone, this is Carol Ann, and welcome to the American Whovian Fangirl podcast. Joining me tonight, I have Jimmy. How you doing, Jimmy?
Hello.
I have my sexy Scotsman, Graham.
I'm not wearing a kilt. How are we doing?
I have Shane. How you doing?
Hello.
I have Beefhead.
Good evening. It's a pleasure to be here.
The one and only Michael Shannon.
Hey, what's up, everyone?
And Texas Tim.
Rock on.
So, what I thought we would do tonight is something a little different. My favorite Halloween, season or holiday is Halloween, and over at like Walgreens, they're already starting to put up all the decorations and stuff like that. When I went over there this afternoon, and I thought it would be fun to discuss kind of like a little fan fiction here, where each one of us can come up with our own scenario, a Halloween theme of who the doctor would battle, what the story would be like, and how the doctor would prevail. And we just go right down the line and come up with our own little Halloween like script, as if the powers that be over at the BBC finally released a Halloween special that everybody would like totally love, I bet. So let's get this started right off the bat. Texas Tim, we'll start with you.
Jeez. I don't think really Doctor Who lends itself to horror that much, but I mean, I would say probably maybe like a kind of a ghost story kind of thing situation, kind of like they did with Hyde, but maybe a little better. Or maybe what you're about to see this weekend, which, it's not that scary, but it's, I don't know, it just doesn't lend itself to horror. I mean, I don't think so, really. Sorry.
Okay, so if he did battle a ghost, how would the doctor end it? Like, what do you see?
It would probably be some sciencey mumbo jumbo at the end that explains why it's not really a ghost. I mean, that's usually where they go with this kind of thing. And it's all, it's not that kind of show, is it? So
you're not good with what if, Tim.
No, this show is all about what if, isn't it? It's just like, I don't know. It didn't really lend itself to horror that much. Yeah, you got to keep the kiddies,
Okay,
People have to phase. Yeah.
Well, hypothetical, if the kids weren't involved and this was only for us nerdy adults, how would it go?
Nerdy adults. Dare you.
Yeah.
It would be a bloodbath.
There you go.
There you go.
It'd be like Carrie.
That's the spirit. Yeah.
That's Carrie, yeah. Some companion goes crazy and, yeah, why not, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be cool. And then at the end you can see, like, remember when Carrie was, like, all, like, full of blood and stuff like that from head to toe? And the doctor could be all, like, covered with blood head to toe. And his his eyes glowing orange because he's all pissed off. That would be cool.
If Carol Ann had her way, that would be Rose Tyler.
Yeah. Yeah, but she would die. Okay, let's go with Beefhead, the two Tims. Okay, so you're next. What would you think?
I'd go for something a little bit along the lines of The Lodger, to be honest with you. So you can have it as still a contemporary setting. You could have it Halloween in the same sort of the same sort of time of year, and you would have something like a Halloween party or a masquerade ball. So everyone's wearing masks. You don't know who anyone is. With regards to who the villain would be, you could have Clockwork Joys, but we've had them quite a bit recently. So I don't know whether I'd want to go for them. Could you have a souped up new version of Chameleon or something like that? You could probably have something like that. Someone who could change shape. So, the masks, you don't know who anyone is. You don't know who to trust. I think that's what I'd like to see. Something like that. Something a bit grisly, and people are being taken out of the party. So it's literally dwindling down. The numbers of the people are dwindling down like you would doing a lot of the slasher films and everything like that. And you don't know who to trust because you don't know who anyone is. I think I'd like to see something like that. And that would be my thing. A big Halloween party, masks, everything like that. Something a bit comical.
That sounds cool.
But it's got an edgy idea to it as well.
Would Craig be there?
No, I didn't know what that was.
Marshmallow Man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's a big fella like me.
Yeah.
Craig's awesome. Now, I hope he does return in an episode. So I'd love to see him with Capaldi's doctor.
Yeah, I think that would be fun.
That
Yeah.
would be hilarious.
Well, actually, guys, he's taking after Craig Ferguson.
Oh. I didn't know that. That's cool.
There we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Shane, what do you think? What would your scenario be?
Well, I'm going to have to go with it's a nice warm day in Atlanta, Georgia, circa 2010, October the 31st. Despite all attempts of containment, the zombie outbreak had just happened. The town's destroyed, and the doctor, in his all infinite driving capabilities, lands right in the middle of it. Oh, wait. Season 1 of Walking Dead, pretty much. Or you can put him under a dome and make a shitty TV show out of it. So one of the two, the zombies or an invisible shield. One of the two.
Okay, so if the doctor was battling like real zombies, not alien zombies or anything, that just like real or authentic, Walking Dead zombies,
Yep.
how do you think he would get out of it?
With a spoon.
Well, how the episode would go, he would step out of the TARDIS, notice that they're coming after him, step back in, and fly away.
Okay.
Now, under the dome is trickier. I'm sorry, not under the dome. Copyright reasons, we're going to call it under the bowl. Under the bowl. The dome.
The dome under the. Yeah.
Super dome, we'll call it. He'll
Astrodome.
He'll be stuck
Astrodome.
trying to sciencey it and then have a
Call
love
it
interest
Xanadu.
with some redhead, but he can't decide if or not. But then it's a blonde, then it's a redhead again. For some reason, he bounces back and forth between the two love interests. And then he gets shot a couple times.
Oh, God.
He takes over the town, and the town goes against him, and then that happens at least twice an episode.
Nice.
They have a couple public hangings. Yeah.
You're not calling those lynchings anymore, are they?
Well, yeah. Yeah. Then he amasses an army of squirrels. I don't know. Just whatever.
goes after the nuts. Yeah.
An army of squirrels.
So, really, both would be excellent. Zombies or trapped under a bowl.
It's no trapped in the bowl. Yeah.
Sorry, CBS. I didn't mean to use your title there.
Yeah.
And my real name is Tim Keefe, if you needed to know that.
God.
I'm usually British, but I'm drunk, so leave me alone.
Okay. All right. What about my Scottish hottie? What do you think?
If the dogs would stop barking, I might be able to get a word in edgewise here. But,
Yeah, go ahead, Jimmy.
Cujo.
I was going that way.
on the one hand, I agree with Tim that it's kind of hard to put full-blown horror in the body thing, but if I could choose something, it would be a mashup of something similar. You could get away with a good psychological thriller, I reckon, and you could maybe have a combination between House and the Doctor's Wife and the Entity from Midnight.
Oh, yeah.
Whereby you could have people getting taken out that way, like surgically, or bodies evaporating and whatnot. It's, as I say, it's kind of hard to keep it into context. slasher movies and whatnot. But you get married a thriller, I reckon, a psychological thriller. In terms of how he deals with it, it really depends on the entity, but it could be a closed setting, like Tim already alluded to, like a gathering, like a mansion, or something similar to the Lodger. Really, you don't want to use the airplane again because that was done on obviously midnight. You know, so yeah, psychological thriller is probably the way to go. As opposed to how he would get out of the situation. Well, and midnight, he very really didn't. Somebody had to sacrifice himself. So let's leave that ambiguous. Well, let's leave that ambiguous into your imagination, folks.
Yeah, I keep forgetting about that one midnight.
Yeah.
That was basically the horror episode, isn't it? Pretty much. The horror movie episode.
Yeah, because I totally forgot about that one until you mentioned it. Cool. Okay. Hey, Jimmy, what do you think?
I would start it out. People think that the town has been invaded by ghosts, except these ghosts are leaving footprints wherever they go, and they can hear them talking. The doctor comes and investigates. They're not ghosts. They're just invisible men, invisible people. And then at the end, the doctor realizes that they're not even invisible. They just exist in a different time stream. They exist between the seconds. And the doctor does something in which he can slow down their time rate to match ours, and they become visible.
That sounds like a real episode.
Yeah.
It does.
Wasn't that was it the
Cybermen one.
Langoliers?
Langoliers.
Right.
What's that movie? The book?
The end of Langoliers when
Was that an episode?
No, it was like a mini series and
Stephen King.
Yeah, by Stephen King.
Never watched it. Never read the book.
Yeah, it's
I don't
funny
know what
because
it.
at the end they're like time travelers, and basically time is, if you're time traveling, the time actually disintegrates. So they're trying. So they're trying to go ahead of time, so that way they don't get disintegrated, and then they actually jump ahead of time, and so they're a little bit ahead of time, and they're trying to catch up with the real time. It's really cool. But that sounds like a cool idea. I like that.
I remember that actually. Dean Stockwell for Quantum Leap.
Yeah,
They were on an airplane.
right.
I did see it long time ago.
What was that?
That was my cat.
I'd love to see a Bermuda
That was the
Triangle
cat.
episode, actually. That being said, that'd be something cool.
I made everybody jump. Cat people. Okay, I'm saving the best for last. Michael Shannon.
King of
How do you even know this? Some people had some great ideas here. Now, we are getting this mummy episode that I don't think anybody knows about yet, or what it's going to be. So we
I
might.
didn't know about.
I didn't know about that.
It's called, what is it? Mummies on the Orient Express, I believe.
I think it's Throw Mummy from the Train.
Yeah, something to do with mummies, which we haven't seen.
It's a continuation.
It's Pyramids of Mars.
Well, yeah.
That's near the end of the season, isn't it?
But hopefully they're not robot mummies.
It's episode 8, or episode 7 rather, and it's a continuation for the end of the Big Bang when he takes the phone call.
Oh, okay, all right. Well,
That's cool.
but I'm hoping they're not robot mummies.
Or,
I hope.
Or those lame mummies from Pyramids of Mars that like bear hugs everybody.
They dry hump people to death if you really look at it.
Nah, but hey, come on.
Yeah.
Nah, they used their
But anyway,
plates to strangle that guy. That was fucked up. I mean, everybody.
you had the guy right in the middle.
I lost my head off.
Remember the guy in the middle of the two of them?
Yeah, and they're all.
But all right.
Yeah, I always thought that was scary.
It was. I'm telling you. Yeah, exactly. But again, when I first saw that, I was younger. So
I mean, he was just a poor poacher. I mean, all he was doing was like, stealing bunnies and shit. And then he got fucking stuck between two mummies. I mean, that was messed up.
That was hilarious.
Yeah. I would go with the say the doctor and Clara wake up and they can't talk. They can't talk about that. Imagine something like that. And they go around this town, say it's like a fictitious town somewhere in America, like California, Sunnydale or something. And they noticed everybody else in the town can't talk. You know, so nobody can talk, right? So then all of a sudden, you know, the whole day goes by, nobody can't communicate with each other. But then nighttime falls. Nighttime falls, okay? And then everybody's sleeping. And then you know, all around town, you see these creepy guys floating around. They kind of look like the Silence a little bit, but they have like sharper teeth. Okay, let's just put it that way.
Have you been watching Buffy?
Yeah.
I was waiting. You know what? I was waiting for somebody. But you know what? Hush. I don't give a shit. Hush was
good.
Hush.
That one
Hush.
was freaky.
Hush was awesome. And so what? We kind of got the Silence from the gentleman a bit. I kind of believe,
Yeah.
but.
Well, I think you're talking about the Whispermen is the one you got from them, right? The Whispermen.
Yeah, I guess a bit. Yeah. Well, they had the but they had the suits on and everything too, you know. So I guess it was a mix of both characters. But
True.
What are we talking about, guys? I just got in.
all right, hold on till it's your turn. But imagine a doctor in that situation. Now, that was a cool episode of Buffy. Now imagine a doctor, him and Clara in that situation. Same kind of deal. I mean, if we're going to use, you know, other shows and classic things, but I always thought that,
I don't think at this point that they would have done the Anya thing with the.
Oh, yeah.
What's better than a musical episode?
or the
Yeah.
how about this part? Remember that one? When she was trying to say stake somebody, but she was like, yeah, doing that. But God, if you've never seen that, that's a good episode. But I'd like to see the doctor in a situation like that where, like, imagine it like something like that where he didn't have control of his and he couldn't talk, and him and Clara couldn't talk, like something similar like that, where it was creepy, and you have these creepy guys go. So what? Copy off that whole episode. That was creepy. Because Shane already, I don't want to do my whole zombie thing again. Because I don't want to be a copier, even though I said it last week. But that's cool. But I still like.
That's the only reason I did it, Mike. So go ahead.
I do like the. I like the idea that Doctor landed on a planet where there's no living people there. It's all zombies. You know, I do like that.
What if they just wake up somewhere and all they can do is sing, and they have a singing episode?
Exactly. Well, like this demon and shit, you know, named Sweet. He makes people dance and sing. That would be cool too. Now with Tim saying, no scary episodes. Come on, Tim, for real, dude.
Yeah, salutations from the sides. Do you know what I mean?
Come on, Tim.
Phantom of the Paradise.
I know, man. There's some creepy things about Doctor Who sometimes.
I just said them
scarecrows were a little creepy.
Yeah.
Like, all right, so we didn't get a full episode of the Scarecrow guys, right? But man, there's creepy, and like you said, like with Midnight, that was psychological creepy. That started getting creepy, especially like when the woman started repeating them, and then when the woman started like talking ahead of them. That's a creepy ass episode.
Yeah, that was.
If you've gone to Torchwood as well, was it they came out of the rain as well, where they had all the people come out of the old film from the old cinema and everything like that? You could have that with the old Universal Monsters. If you get the license, that'd be excellent.
Right. Like the Last Action Hero with Arnold Schwarzenegger, where creatures don't come out of the movie screens or something with a special magic ticket. You know what I mean? Because there are hardly no original ideas anymore, so it's okay if you're going to borrow. You know. Borrow a little
mixing
bit.
and matching. You know,
mix and match.
I think a Bermuda Triangle one actually would be.
Bermuda Triangle would be a good one, because then there you go. He could come into contact with some famous people that disappeared over time. You know.
What if they did a story about him being on the Titanic like they did in the audios? I'd like to see that on TV.
That's not really a horror, but thanks for your input, Matt.
Yeah, because what we're doing, Matt, is
psychological.
Because what we're doing is if you could create a episode that's a horror episode for Halloween, what would it be?
Well, give me a second.
And Matt, while you think about that, they done the Titanic. It was Voyager, the Damned in Space.
Yeah.
Well,
it was more like the Poseidon Adventure, but yeah.
Yeah.
And we are recording.
All right. Well, you know what? While Matt's thinking, I mean, look at some of the creatures we have had. Now we had Morbius, which kind of like a Frankenstein monster thing.
Yeah.
It'll be cool to see something like that again.
We had the werewolf from Chicken Claw.
We have vampires.
Like that'd be something I'd like to really see. Like I'd like the Doctor to elaborate a little
General
more.
Mr. Hyde type thing.
Well, but the one that I came up with that I thought would be cool, because originally I was thinking Frankenstein, because so far, in the new series we haven't had like really anything, like that. But
As long as it's not a Frankenstein at a penny dreadful, I'd be right at arm, man.
Yeah. But the thing is, Frankenstein was actually a good guy. That's how I always looked at it. Because it was, it was Dr. Frankenstein that was a moron. But I came up with an idea of Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Mm.
Where how would it be if, it was like these, aliens, the body snatchers, and they actually...
We're pouring you beef.
Hurry up, Donald Sutherland.
And, how cool would that be where, like,
I thought it was
where the Doctor gets, infected by, like, one of the body snatchers, where he doesn't have any control, and he actually finds himself, doing things that he normally wouldn't do, like he's actually the bad guy, and he can't control himself, and he's seeing everybody around him getting affected. It's like an alien infestation, and, he's infected.
I think I got one.
All right, Matt, let's hear it.
Well, hold on, Carol. The problem with that scenario is that everybody's favorite whipping girl, the Impossible Girl, would have to figure out how to do it and fix it.
Well, no, I mean, everybody, but she's infected too, and,
okay.
because she, like everybody's infected. Like, he's infected first because, the powerful of the body snatchers affects him first because they know that he's the strongest, physiologically and mentally, and then everybody around him starts falling to it too, and he can't do anything about it. And I haven't figured out how he would like defeat him, but but, I mean, how cool would that be? Seeing the Doctor struggling against like this alien infestation that he has no control over, and everybody around him is like totally under the alien's control. I thought that would be kind of cool.
Yeah. So
Matt, what's yours?
Well, I was basing it together in my head. I started to think from a scenario like with the fly. Maybe there was some genetic mutation goes wrong. I mean, not like the Daleks, of course, but what if it was the Doctor doing these experiments, and his sort of mad curiosity was driving him to create something like that, and it ended up where whatever's mutated upon him is not part of him. That you can do something with the value with that.
Yeah, that would be interesting. That would be
So
cool.
the Doctor accidentally mutates himself, and the companion needs to change it before whatever that mutation is takes it. Sort of like your idea, just with more of
Or an uprising on the island of Dr. Moreau. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. But you know what? I don't like that Caroline put Dr. Frankenstein down. I think he was a nice guy. And he was trying to extend life for everybody at first, He was trying, that's where he went mad eventually, but that was, right? Wasn't that his point that he wanted to extend life, right?
I think so, yeah.
I don't think he ever went mad. He just wanted to extend life.
Yeah, you know what? There's so many Dr. Frankenstein stories, and I don't know. Like, I guess there's that original book, but I don't know how like true all the movies and stuff are to that because I never read
None of them are.
the original novel.
Actually, it's funny you bring that up because I was just thinking, and I was going to discuss this with Jimmy about how the Doctor, like, I guess, no, I'm going to abandon this line of questioning because the episode this Saturday hasn't aired yet, but I think...
Why don't you, all right.
Yeah. He's talking about the future already.
All right.
I think
Save it for Carol's next show.
I think we can
Yeah.
come back to the subject. I really
Yeah.
do.
Well, Carol will be doing a show, what, every Wednesday at least?
Yeah,
Something like that?
yeah.
All right, so there you go.
Wednesday or Thursday.
But yeah, you know what it all comes down to? I know, and Carol, I know we talked about this many times. And even before we started doing video chats, like back in the day, just like bring it up like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if Doctor Who had a Halloween special? You know? Because at the end of the day, that would be pretty freaking cool. That'd be pretty freaking cool, man.
It would be.
Another idea.
Yeah.
I'll take this. What if he met a parallel universe doctor? He encountered it where he was completely opposite and he was evil, like a mirror situation.
Oh,
Yeah.
that would be cool.
It was called Salamander.
No.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah.
Man.
Right, that's different, but yeah.
What's
I
funny?
mean, like he has a TARDIS and everything, but I'm talking like
Yeah.
Kind of like when what they did in Star Trek when they had the Spock with the goatee and everything.
Right.
Yeah, but this doctor, because he's like our doctor, but completely reversed. He's destroyed Gallifrey. He's pretty much, he has the most advanced TARDIS.
Right, that works, yeah.
Right,
Chameleon
it works. He has, all the artifacts, even the moment, whatever. He's pretty much dominated the universe. And then he meets his other self, like he crosses over to our universe and meets our wibbly wobbly doctor, even though, and so Capaldi, I mean, he can be a different body. It doesn't have to be the same body.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
That'd be better with the same one, though.
right, because you could have him versus Capaldi, Capaldi could, eyebrow him to death. And actually, but you know what I'm saying, like actually whip out the spoon and like kick his ass or something. And
That would be really cool, actually.
that would be a fun episode to see. Like,
I don't think the spoon is going to be recurring. I think that was just a one-off.
I would like to know what was on the spoon, though, because he licked it and he had something on it.
Yogurt.
Was
Ice
it
cream.
yogurt?
The script describes it as the doctor eating yogurt in the TARDIS.
I don't know. Tim said ice cream.
I think it was ice cream.
they look like ice cream to me.
It looked like ice cream.
Unless it was custard.
I thought it was pudding. I don't know. I mean, I guess they didn't say, so I don't know.
Well, I mean, from how the script describes it, it says the doctor's standing around eating yogurt.
Really? That's one food I wouldn't think he would eat. I would think he would be
I don't
against the
picture him,
yogurt.
I don't picture him a yogurt man. I picture him like a tapioca pudding person.
Well, I would think with that, with the living organisms in yogurt, that would kind of creep him out.
Yeah.
Nah, he's Scottish. He doesn't give a fuck.
Maybe it was mayonnaise.
I knew you were going to say that.
Well,
Trying
Scott's
to put me off Capaldi.
Vegetables. So if there's any
Don't cry.
vegetables in it,
Kiss my ass, man. I eat fucking plenty of vegetables.
Okay, so this coming week, what do you guys think about it? Do you think it's going to be average or above average or like totally awesome?
Well,
Who's first? CNN.
Anyone, please roll.
I'm excited as hell. I watched that trailer and I really did. There's always that temptation there that we've seen 1, 2, 3 episodes and we've held strong. We haven't watched the episodes or any of the leaked stuff.
Right.
Present company accepted.
Yeah.
But
Thank you.
this one has really sort of got my juices pumping.
yeah.
And I'm excited as hell to see this one. The trailer really does pull you in.
It's
Hands coming out from under the bed.
Yeah.
Grabbing you in the middle of the night.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like an average weekend in the Beef household. It really is. It's,
I think this one is going to freak out a lot of people. It's going to, I bet like a lot of kids are going to be like, Mommy, because
but you know what? That's good though. That's going back to how Doctor Who used
That's what Doctor Who does, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, hopefully if we can get Beef Dad on Sunday, he'll say that because he used to watch this sort of stuff when it was brand new and you wouldn't have programs like this on TV that it would do. You'd get kids, they'd hide behind cushions or behind the sofa and everything like that
again,
when they're
guys,
watching it because it's unusual. And, it'd be nice to have that sort of like type thing for kids watching it a little bit of peril because
Yeah.
I think yeah.
And there's
it's
always
good.
been,
It's good.
and there's always been something about beds for kids. You know what I mean? Kids have always been, if it's
Just
not,
under the bed in the closet, yeah.
yeah, if it's not under the bed, it's the closet, you know? So, I mean, I think this one is really going to be, you know, I'm hoping that it's going to be like, you know, mind-blowing.
Well, yeah, like, again, from the trailer, we also get him looking into the camera again. I'm loving that. He skipped last week, so he's not going to do it in every episode. But you know
And we
what?
get Danny
I'm
Pink in
loving
the
it.
suit as well.
Right, yeah, with an afro beard. I love it.
An
Yeah,
afro beard.
yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that's definitely supposed to be Danny Pink because
No, wait.
Don't.
No, I
don't
gotta,
get
Matt,
spoilers
Matt,
already.
it's not one for it.
I'm not spoiling. I'm just saying that I want you guys to keep in mind you're basing all these opinions off of 30 seconds of footage.
Oh, thanks.
As they
What
We're
else?
just saying
What
we're
else?
excited, man. We're just
As
saying
they
we're
should
excited.
be.
Yeah,
As they
what else do we got? That's our opinions on 30 seconds of footage. We didn't see the episode.
Well, exactly, Matt.
So from what?
We're
So what?
excited. It's not a critique. We're excited. Man.
Right. So from what it looks like, the 30 seconds that we got, it looks like
See,
like
Matt,
Beef,
Boner fest.
You're
Like
off
he-
Shane now.
like Beef said, you got the hand coming, and like I said, you got the eyes looking into the camera again, which I'm loving. I'm digging.
Oh,
that.
Danny Pink in the sub 7 suit, whatever, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
which we've seen before.
Yes.
Oh, the suit we've seen before, yeah.
Where that suit is like, that must be, you know that like TV show, like, what is it, the traveling pants? That must be that like space suit, you know, because that space suit is all over the freaking place.
Well, it's
Right.
just funny that you've seen. It's funny that you've seen Tennant wear that suit in one episode, and then you saw Smith pick it up. I think 1 or 2 times, right? And now,
Yeah.
now we've
Like-
seen the photos that Stephen Price gave us with Capaldi. wearing it.
Capaldi.
It's like,
Yeah.
you're like, really, or Capaldi, as they say.
I mean, it must be
Who
one
cares?
size fit all.
It's getting around. But yeah, everybody's excited. Hell yeah.
I know, but I'm just saying don't take my comment as negative. You could all be correct. I'm just trying
Well,
to...
no, well, you know what? Yeah.
They don't want to know, Matt. That's the whole point. They don't want to know if they're correct. They don't want to know if they're right or wrong.
I'm not saying one way or the other. I'm just trying to present the other side of it. Like, what if?
Hey,
everything I
no
say-
bashing, no hate.
Like,
Yeah,
what
we're
if
just
you're
saying we're
wrong?
excited, buddy.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
Well, Matt,
That's all we can go by.
if they're wrong, they'll fucking enjoy it regardless.
I know
Okay.
you will.
Fucking A. But yeah, we're all excited.
Yeah, so the general consensus is everybody's psyched about Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
It's a psychological thriller, guys. Enjoy the night.
Each week, man. Yeah, I think we all
Something
been
new.
pumped.
It's
Yeah.
Capaldi,
Oh.
Doctor Who. I'm just excited for that. Capaldi,
Something
Doctor
new,
Who.
something who.
Yeah, just to see.
Not to skip ahead, but just to give you a wee teaser for Time Heist, we have a Torchwood reference. Look out for it, people.
Oh, all right, cool.
What I like about the season so far is the variety of it. Because, I mean, we've had the big movie opener, and then we had the obligatory Dalek episode that was different enough to
Science
make
in
it,
one, yeah.
was different enough to make it cool. It was Journey to the Center of the Dalek and blah, blah, blah. And then we had straight up comedy this weekend, which was really fun, right? Just, a romp with Robin Hood,
Yeah.
even though, the doctor's, you don't exist, you bastard. The whole episode is like trying to prove they don't exist. And so what we got next is a psychological thriller, which is
I got to point out that one thing Robots of Sherwood did great was I thought it made such fun about the fact that the doctor is the all-knowing man of science, can't even still be wrong. You know? There's the guy that's so sure of himself and then boom. I mean, proving that there are things throughout time and space that you'll never know 100%. You know? There's always room for surprises.
We'll see the negative people out there complaining that we don't know this guy yet. I mean, what the hell? I mean, it's been different. But I think that's they're showing what Doctor Who is. It's variety. You get something different every week, and that's what's been cool this year.
And what's nice is it's nice to keep you guessing because you know that he's like a more brash and darker doctor than the other 3 were really.
But there's balance.
And every week you get a different look into him, so you're still Instead of knowing, how like by the second or third episode with Smith, for example, you pretty much knew what kind of doctor he was. Here with Capaldi, you always have that little sliver of doubt, and I think that's what's making it special. That's what's keeping people.
He's not a human doctor.
Yeah, that's what keeps people watching because
He's
you want
alien, and this is what
want
I
to see
think
what
what
he's
they're
going to do
reinforcing.
next.
Yeah.
Right.
Because you're always wondering, well, what is he going to do next? How is he going to be next? So I really think, they're doing it right this season.
They are. I like how they set him up in the first one where, like, it's ambiguous. Did the guy jump or did he push him? I mean, we're not going to know for a while, probably, I guess.
Will we ever know?
That's true. Will we ever know, he says.
You might never ever know, yeah.
The questions.
One of those things.
Different questions every week about his character. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But he's still the doctor. He's the doctor, though.
Okay.
There's no question of that. He's the doctor. This guy is
But you can't
doctor.
pigeonhole him. Yeah.
Exactly.
And I also like how he's always writing on the blackboard. It's like, what's he writing? We've never seen that before. He's always like, it's like you see where he's like multitasking. Before we never saw him do that. He was always like, where here he's like.
But I love that though because they're actually adding a man of science aspect.
Oh no, that's what I said. I said I like that.
Like like when you had Pertwee messing with the sciencey stuff on the table and stuff.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah, because I mean, you're showing that he is, like you said, he's an alien doctor, which is what I think we need right now.
Yeah,
Well,
he's mystery man.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tim. Sorry, I don't want to jump on you.
No, it's all right. I'm just saying he's mystery man. You don't know.
Again.
Yeah. And he's not like Smith, and he just thinks, hey, do you know what? I'll just drop in on a party with Marilyn Monroe, or I'll go to a wedding and give it a drunken giraffe. Do you know what I mean? He's like Batman. He's always thinking. He's always trying to work something out. He worked on the calculations to save Gallifrey all his lives and everything like that. And now is he just working on the calculations to bring that bad boy back? You just don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, we're probably going to find out at the, like, what is it, episode 12 or 13, whatever episodes there are, but,
Right.
it's going to be awesome.
We do see a lot of, I think we see a lot of Sylvester McCoy. We see a lot of all the doctors in him, actually.
It is. It's a good mix.
Yeah,
It's a different thing every week,
Even
bro.
a bit of a,
it is.
I was telling Mike this just the other night, but we saw a glimpse of the Venusian karate in Robert, which was really cool.
Shame it didn't work, but yeah.
but I like how they seem to really be balancing out. Okay, let's draw a bit from this doctor and this doctor here. They're trying to make all the doctors seem like they've been.
But you kind of have to wonder how much of that is scripted and how much isn't. I mean, because I still think the finger thing, that was probably just Capaldi came up with that at the moment. Like, by the way, I'm just going to...
Because
like, hey,
he went like that. You can understand him putting on the gloves and going like that, but he ended like, So he knew. The first time, I didn't know that until you guys posted the picture because it happened so fast. If you're watching on your computer screen on my bed, you're not going to see. You just see him going like that. But you slow that thing down, and he goes like this, and then.
I'd like to make it clear I did watch it at my home, not at Carol's house on the bed on the laptop. He was Ernesto Indigo Montoya. Yeah.
And of course, what he was doing with the other hand, let's leave that to them.
Yeah, that was hilarious. That gift, that was hilarious.
All I can say is, this isn't the real sandal. Oh yes, it is.
Okay, so do you guys have anything else you would like to add about anything? Anything you guys are any shows you guys are doing, or anything coming up that you want to shout out about?
Well, I do want to shout out to Harmony and our buddy Sammy Carter, who is going to do a cast on Listen soon for Living the Dream Stories, of course. And we'll be doing that on the Whovians, I'm sure, for the greatest show in the galaxy on Saturday, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep,
But that's gonna
Yes. Yeah, that'll be cool. Yeah, so we've got a couple things lined up. A couple buddies doing shows. Yeah, so you know what? Yeah, like Matt was saying, if you didn't see, we're going to do our Classic Who at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the greatest show in the galaxy, which is
And that's what, on Saturday?
Saturday.
Bring your friends, bring your family, as in my case.
Yeah.
which is a great episode, man. It really, I have to jump the gun a bit and say, yeah, it's a cool. I mean, for me, it was an awesome episode.
I have to admit, I watched the first couple of episodes last night. I was very entertained.
Yeah, I do. I like that one. It's got some funny moments. It's creepy in its own way too. It's got some creepiness to it, but it's really cool.
If you want pure Who, you can't get better than the Whovians. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we're all buddies here. Nobody's nobody's
We're about as real can get. So.
But that's pretty
And
much
we're having fun.
Yeah.
We're having fun. That's the important part. We're having fun.
Right.
Right.
Okay, well, this was fun and something different. So thanks for watching. And I hope to be chatting with everybody next week, either Wednesday or Thursday, because that tends to work better for me. So,
And if you've got any ideas, leave comments.
Yeah.
if you have any suggestions, if you have any suggestions on anything, and American Whovian Fangirl, it's not just Doctor Who. I'm also open to talking about any sci-fi fantasy genre, movies, anything you want with the geek universe. So.
Oh, and while we're at it, rest in peace, Joan Rivers.